Hey, this is Gina Grad.
Hi, this is Teresa Strasser.
Hi, everyone. This is Mike Errico.
Hey there. This is Casey Cavalier.
I'm Rocky Rose.
And you are listening to The Jay Franzi Show.
Lucky you.
Welcome to The Jay Franzi Show. A behind-the-curtain look at the entertainment industry with insights you can't pay for and stories you've never heard. Now, here's your host, Jay Franzi and Tiffany Mason.
And we are coming at you live. I am Jay Franzi, and with me tonight, the Felix to my Oscar, my beautiful co-host, Miss Tiffany Mason.
With a pairing like that, you know it's going to be a good show.
Nice. If you are new to the show, this is your source for the latest news, reviews, and interviews. And if you would like to join in, comment, or fire off any questions, please head over to jfranzi.com. All right, my friend. Tradition says that we have to discuss the question of the day.
Okay.
The question of the day.
Lay it on me.
I don't know what it is. What's the question of the day? No, this is a good one. This is a good one. Let me tell you why. It is not your typical question. We have to thank Roxanne for the question of the day. She is the one that provided us with the question of the day, and it is going to be a funny one, I have a feeling. Can you ruin a band name by changing or adding just one letter? Can you ruin a band's name by changing or adding just one letter? Do not give me your answer now. Wait till a little later in the show. And if you would like to join our shenanigans here, please go ahead and put your comments in the comments section, and we will read those off a little later in the show as well. Woo! All right. Let's get this thing started, my friend. Last week we talked about the CMA Awards. A little preemptive discussion. This week we're going to discuss how you owe me a steak. I mean, we're going to discuss a recap of the CMA Awards.
Oh, I wish I had been more correct.
Well, let's just jump into it. It aired on ABC last week. You can now go ahead back and stream it on Hulu. It took place at the Bridgestone Arena there in Nashville. It is their hockey arena. The thing about the CMAs we have to understand is the time frame. What does it cover? So it covers from July to June. So the activity had to take place between July 1st and June 30th.
I did not realize that. Okay,
so that's why when we see things that say Best New Artist, or it seems like they've been around a little while. However, the reason why they're on our list is because they hit the scene between July 1st and June 30th.
Got it.
We mentioned that it was hosted by Lainey Wilson, and it was. She was a little nervous because it was her second time hosting, but it was her first time doing it solo. I think she did a great job.
Killed it.
She did. She killed it.
I think she just oozes charisma. Yeah. You can't watch her and not love her.
Yeah. So I think she did a great job. Super, super proud of her. And I really enjoyed watching the show from start to finish with her wardrobe changes, her activities, the comments she makes, just like you said, the charisma she has overall.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think it's becoming very apparent that she is country music. You know, like there's just so many things that are coming out that you just realize, like she shared the story about when she was 9 years old and she was sitting at the Grand Ole Opry and, you know, she wanted to be inducted into the Grand Ole Opry. And then, I mean, I follow her on social media and I just feel like so many things that she does are so true to country music. And then doing the Cowgirl of the Night at all of her concerts, you know, like trying to be a role model for, you know, her fans. And then just honestly, the way she talks, just her cute little accent. I mean, it just feels so authentic to go with country music. When she was talking about her parents, when they came out on stage with her, and just when she accepted her awards, just the whole thing, all of her just shouts country music.
I think it shouts class.
Okay, fair enough. I like that.
All right, well, as long as we're talking about her, let's jump into the performers. So she was a main performer of the night. Mm-hmm. What a way to open the show.
Yes.
Oh, my God, a medley of hits.
Yes, you asked about who were watching the night or whatever, and I said Lainey Wilson. Anyway, it was her. And that was my favorite outfit of the night. I mean, I loved all 8 of hers. But the white one with the gold trim and the gold lace, it was a fan favorite.
What did they call it? Her wedding era?
Yes.
Her bride
yes, they
era?
did. That's what it was, her bride era. Yes.
Not bad. The other one you were looking forward to is Ella Langley. What did you think of her performance?
I mean, I just love them. I loved that in that opening one that Ella Langley and Lainey Wilson did a short little duet thing or whatever, and it was kind of
Part
cute.
of that medley.
Yeah. Just to learn that they're friends in real life was kind of fun. And, it was one of those things where I was like, okay, I see that. That makes sense. Again, just played into what I think they are.
Well, that's cool. I also liked the performance she did with Riley Green.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And everybody just loves the song anyway. And
do they though? Does everybody love it?
I think they do because it won. Yes.
Fair
so,
enough. Not bad.
The fans have spoken, Jay.
Fine. How about Megan Maroney?
Okay, well, I have a lot to say about Megan Maroney. Okay, so remember I've always said that she reminds me of the Vimbots. Okay, she does, from Austin Powers.
How long is this going to be? Do I need to get a drink?
Yes. But I think what I actually nailed down is she reminds me of Kendra Wilkinson, who was one of Hugh Hefner's Playboy bunnies. But then she had a show on one of the networks about her personal life. So finally, that little dilemma in my brain has been cleared up. And then one of our crew members said, I love her in all of her pink. And I was thinking to myself, well, okay, pink, yeah, because it's girly and Megan Maroney's very girly and she does have some pink accents and whatever. But her last album, she was really inspired by blue and white. And then we've heard rumors that the next album is going to be purple. So I was happy to see her show up in the pink. And then I was like, man, those crew members, they're on it.
So are you saying
so then I was kind of put in my place.
A member of the crew knew more than you did when it came to her fashion?
Yeah, I know that probably shocks you, but yeah. So I enjoyed it. And again, just seeing her, I was like, I love her in person. I love her performances and how adorable she is. And on the radio, I don't know, it falls flat for me, but it's fun to see her. What did you think, Jay?
Oh, I thought she was awesome. I have no complaints about her. And she's as cute as can be, so.
Easy on the eyes.
Easy on the eyes. The one that I think is a little bit more controversial is Chris Stapleton. Performed a couple songs.
Okay.
Performed solo and then performed with Miranda Lambert.
Mm-hmm.
When he performed by himself, I thought it sounded like Chris Stapleton. I thought it was spot on. It matched his brand. When he sings with Miranda Lambert, I don't think it matches either one of their brand.
I agree with that.
I think it's a great song. I think it sounds good.
Yeah.
But it's not them. At least I don't feel like it's them. I want grit and growl out of them. I don't want that just sing-songy stuff. It's kind of a throwback to the 70s and kind of gave a little bit of a disco vibe to it. I think they did very good. I think it's a well-written song. I think they performed it very well. I just don't think that's their brand.
I felt like they were competing, not rivalry-ish, but like maybe they couldn't find their note or I don't know. I didn't feel like they were themselves. So exactly what you're saying, but on a different level or whatever. But I remember I was working on a blanket. I've crocheted this whole peppermint blanket and I was connecting these pieces together and I looked up and I was just like, what is happening right now? Something was off. So I would agree with that.
All right. Well, I don't know if I'd say it's off. If you want to send hate mail to Tiffany at jfranzi.com. But anyways, I think they did. Now, another one I know you liked was the Red Clay Strays.
Yes.
I thought their performance wasn't bad. It was pretty good overall, but it gave me, now work with me here, it gave me an Arctic Monkeys vibe.
Oh, okay.
Especially when the harmonies kicked in. It had a very Arctic Monkeys feel to it.
Okay.
I know, pop rock versus pop country. However, if you go back and listen, I think you'll see it too. It has a Arctic Monkey feel, especially when the harmonies kick in the chorus.
Okay. well, then I may like the Arctic Monkeys.
You might like the right one.
I feel like, again, one of the crew members have mentioned these guys before, and I looked them up, and I think that maybe I didn't give them a fair shake. And then because I was watching CMAs, you know, I wanted to give credit or give the full time to the show. And so I am torn. I feel two ways about it. I feel like it's really like this machismo or like Elvis Presley-ish with his like, you know, rock hard hair that he's got flung backwards. And he's kind of too cool for school or like Cool Hand Luke, you know, like, but, or also trying too hard, or like they said with the country music, some people use it as a costume. Oh, I mean, I hate to say that. I don't want to say that they're gimmicky, but it kind of feels a little bit like that. But also because it's so far off the beaten path, like it's not like they're trying to imitate anybody. So then I'm like, well, maybe that's just like who he is, and he's just like magnifying who he is. So the verdict is out for me what the true identity of the Red Clay Strays is. But I did enjoy the music. So they're on my radar for sure. And based on them being on the CMAs and being in the performance, I kind of expect to see them on the charts.
Fair enough. I think they've been there. I think they'll be back.
Do you think that, I mean, I guess I don't even want to say this out loud, but have they been on the radio?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You probably should not say it all out. Let's go ahead and keep that to yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
While we're on that note, let's go ahead and move on to the presenters.
Okay.
Let's start off with Billy Ray Cyrus and Elizabeth Hurley.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Billy Ray Cyrus actually looked pretty good.
Okay.
I don't think he looked as off as he has recently. I think he was all in black. I think he had a sharp look. It was well put together. Now, whether or not you like the style is another story.
Yeah,
but I
those
think it was
pants
well put
were
together.
way too wide-legged. Like, Elizabeth, help your man out. Ugh.
I think overall, he was well put together.
Yeah.
I
would agree.
I think she probably
looked
was
better.
a good influence on him.
It was an improvement from the last time he was in viewers' sight.
I think his PR firm's been working with him. Anyways, I can't say enough. Every time I ever met with him, hung out with him, did anything with him, he was the nicest guy in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
We all have our challenges. I know he's faced some of his own, but he is truly one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Yeah.
All right. How about Leanne Rimes? Or shall I say, how about Leanne Rimes' boobs?
Well, I think they're great. I was listening to a strategy on how to get sponsorships or whatever. And one of them was talking about the product before you're even sponsored by them or whatever. And I think it's funny that, you know, Victoria's Secret is reaching out being like, hey, you are making waves for us. What can we get for you?
Making waves. I know it's mixed feelings on whether people think she's good looking or not. I fall in the camp of I think she's a good looking woman.
Yeah, I think she's beautiful.
I've always thought that. I've always thought she's good looking.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, her bosom, as we call it, has been hiked up recently to the point where it's drawing a lot of attention.
Well, you put them on display, you know.
And it's all, as she says, to her Victoria's Secret bra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now, like you said, Victoria's Secret's reaching out to her for a little bit of collaboration.
But, I mean, is it a secret anymore?
If it is, I know what the secret is. Okay, let's talk about Gretchen Wilson for a minute.
Yeah.
I thought she was there, was happy.
Mm-hmm.
But during the medley, she refused to stand up. Do you have any speculation of why she refused to stand up?
No. I didn't realize she was actually refusing to stand up. I felt like, it seemed like everybody else knew that Lainey was going to come sing with them.
You know what? I think there's a few people that knew that, but I don't think everybody knew, especially when it started.
Okay.
Because
okay.
She started in, was it Chris Stapleton? She started singing his song, and his head instantly looked up and his eyes opened up.
Yeah.
So I don't think everybody knew.
Well, then I
Obviously,
think that
some people knew because they participated.
yeah. I think that maybe she just wasn't expecting it, and just because you go on stage and sing doesn't mean that you like the spotlight. I mean, you do when it's planned, but maybe I don't know, maybe not.
I don't know if she minded the spotlight because she sat there and danced and even sang along.
Mm-hmm.
There was some reason she didn't want to stand. I don't know what that reason is. If anybody does know, please put it in the comments. I'd love to know.
I felt like she just thought like, oh, this is your moment, Lainey. You don't have to humor me by pulling me up. That's just what it felt like to me.
You're taking the high road. I like that.
Yeah.
And that's a good theory. If anybody else has any theories, go ahead, please put them in the comments. I would truly, honestly like to know. Did something happen? Did she hurt her leg? Was she not wearing shoes? I don't know. What was the reason for not wanting to stand up? I was
thinking to myself,
odd.
like, she is fine on the road, but that was taped months ago. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk most memorable moment. What was your most memorable moment from the show?
I did like when Lainey picked a Cowgirl of the Night. That was really cute. I really liked when Chris Stapleton sang When I Call Your Name by Vince Gill when he was doing a tribute to Vince Gill. I really liked that. And then Lainey's outfits. Did you see Lainey's outfits?
You struggle with this whole understanding of what most or best.
I have a lot of thoughts, Jay, and I cannot just narrow it down to one.
Can't contain them.
I can't do it.
Well,
what was
we're
yours?
going to go in groups of threes. I mean, overall, I thought it was a high energy show. I thought the stripped down moments were emotional. So I thought it had a good roller coaster ride to take you through from start to finish. I thought it was a very well produced show. In the past, I don't think it's actually had that. So,
yeah, I will say you saying that now, it makes me feel like the CMAs are back. That's kind of how it felt.
It did feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite moment of the entire show was Lainey doing the medley.
Okay.
I mean, that was just awesome. I haven't seen anything like that in a long time. And not only have I not seen anything like that in a long time, she sang it live.
Yes, and I did appreciate that because you could hear, not like she was, maybe she was just barely out of breath but it wasn't perfect.
You could hear her breathe.
That's right.
That's right. She started off on stage, walked down stairs, walked over to people, turned around, danced. She did all of these things and sang it live, where most people would have lip synced.
I did remember thinking to myself, son of a gun, she's actually really singing it.
Yeah, I was super impressed. That's a whole new level of appreciation I have for her now.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to the awards themselves and why you actually owe me a steak.
Oh.
Medium well. I know Jason Cercone would not agree with me, but medium well it is. Also, I like it seasoned, blackened, medium well and blackened with a side of shrimp.
Okay.
Okay. You know all about that. Texas Roadhouse. Might not be considered the best steakhouse in the world, but it is my favorite.
It's so good.
So I've been to a lot of them. Texas Roadhouse is my favorite. Whatever happened to Logan's? I mean, I see those here and there.
They're still around.
But they're not as prevalent as they used to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at me throwing out words.
I was pretty proud of you when you matched me.
And it was flawless. I didn't even have to think about it. It just came out.
No, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Don't
Gold
know where
star.
that came from. All right.
Hanging out with me for too long.
I've got the list here, and I have the start. So let's just go ahead and go down the list. Entertainer of the Year. I'll remind everybody who our choices were. Luke Combs, Cody Johnson, Chris Stapleton, Morgan Wallen, and Lainey Wilson. We both went with Lainey Wilson. So
it's a no-brainer. It was a gimme.
Therefore, we were both correct. But that's when things change. Next, Album of the Year. Megan Maroney, Zach Top, Post Malone, Morgan Wallen, Lainey Wilson. Once again, we both went together, but we both went with Morgan Wallen, and we both lost that one.
Stinky.
Because it went to Lainey Wilson. As an artist, I do believe she is, in my opinion, the better artist. It's probably a lot of controversy there as well. However, I do feel like he had a great album.
Well, 36 songs.
Great collection. Box set. Oh, if it was her, well, no, never mind.
Oh, no.
Moving on. Female Vocalist of the Year, Kelsey Ballerini, Miranda Lambert, Ella Langley, Megan Maroney, and Lainey Wilson. I went with Lainey Wilson. You went with Ella Langley.
Ella.
I win with Lainey Wilson. Male Vocalist of the Year, Luke Combs, Chris Stapleton, Zach Top, Morgan Wallen, or Cody Johnson. We, for whatever reason, did not go over that one, so it doesn't matter, but Cody Johnson was the one who won.
You know, it was funny when the award was announced. I'm like, I don't think we chose on that one.
No, we didn't put a vote in for that one. Cody, you're allowed to win that one.
I was proud of him, though, because we had talked about him, and I don't feel like his name is as big as his competitors on that one.
Yeah,
and
agree.
I was like, okay, Cody is legit.
Yeah, I mean, you have some big dogs in there, including Chris Stapleton, man. Good job. All right, this one we did not vote on, but you'll be happy. Vocal Group of the Year. The Red Clay Strays, Lady A, Little Big Town, Old Dominion, Rascal Flatts. The Red Clay Strays.
Is that a tongue twister for you, Jay?
It is a tongue twister for tongue twister. It's a tongue twister for me. But
I always want to say
so
straight.
Is any two words you put together. Anywho. Okay, now this one I'm happy with. Not a category we voted on.
Okay.
But I'm happy with. I'm proud, let's say. Vocal Duo of the Year. We have Brooks and Dunn, Brothers Osborne, Dan and Shay, Maddie and Tay, The War in Treaty. The winner is Brooks and Dunn.
I know. I was pretty impressed by that.
Why is that so impressive?
Because it's like they're standing the test of time. You know, like that's how legit they are.
Not bad. The most awarded act ever. The most awarded act ever. That's pretty impressive. Congratulations.
Yep, I agree.
And congratulations to Jeff King, guitar player, for Brooks and Dunn. Got to give him credit. Why not?
Agreed. Hey, fair.
He plays a big part in that. It wouldn't sound as tough and mean if it wasn't for him. All right, here we go. The one that sealed the deal.
Oh, God.
New Artist of the Year. Ella Langley, Shabuzi, Tucker Wetmore, Stephen Wilson Jr., and Zach Top. And the winner is Zach Top. I chose Zach Top. You chose Ella Langley.
Yep.
That sealed the deal for my dinner.
Winner, winner, steak dinner.
Winner, winner, steak dinner. Let's just wrap it up. Single of the year. You had Luke Combs, Megan Maroney, Zach Top, Ella Langley, and Riley Green, or Lainey Wilson. Winner goes to Lainey Wilson, who happens to be the most awarded artist of the night. We were going to vote on that too, but I think we both went with Lainey Wilson.
I think that's why we didn't.
Yeah. Musical event of the year.
What is it?
Well, you have Riley Green featuring Ella Langley. Brandon Lake featuring Jelly Roll. Cody Johnson featuring Carrie Underwood. Megan Maroney featuring Kenny Chesney. Or Post Malone featuring Blake Shelton. And the winner goes Post Malone featuring Blake Shelton.
Ah.
Now that's a good one. It's Pour Me a Drink. Mm-hmm. No, I like it. I may have, if I were going to vote on that one, I would have either have gone with, you know what, I probably would have gone with Riley Green featuring Ella Langley. I was going to say Cody Johnson and Carrie Underwood, but I actually think I like Riley Green and Ella Langley. Don't mind if I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty solid.
I'm kind of hooked on that song right now.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's wrap these last few up here. Music video of the year: Megan Moroney, Cody Johnson, Lainey Wilson, Chris Stapleton, Ella Langley, and Riley Green. The winner goes to Ella Langley and Riley Green.
Okay.
That's the one you were talking about.
Probably so. Yep.
And then Musician of the Year. Now this is good. I like this. Musician of the Year. You probably will not recognize the names, but these are the musicians that we typically work with in the recording studio in Nashville.
Okay.
First one, Paul Franklin, plays steel guitar. Janine Fleenor, I don't know that name. Jenny, Jenee. Janine Fleenor, Fleenor.
Yeah.
Okay, fiddle.
Maybe it's supposed to be Jenny.
Jenny, yeah, Jenny Fleenor. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not somebody I worked with, but somebody I did work with is Brent Mason.
Yes.
You may remember that name as best guitar player.
Oh, I remember from one of our
From
episodes.
one of our polls.
Yep.
Brent Mason is an absolutely amazing guitar player, one of the best ever. If I had to go with one, I'd probably go with Jeff King. But Brent Mason is clearly the number one go-to and has been for ages, and by far the best when it comes to what they call chicken picking.
Chicken picking.
Musician of the Year, Paul Franklin. Congratulations to Paul.
Cool.
And then last but not least, high up on the mountain, Mr. Vince Gill received the Willie Nelson Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Not bad.
It was cool just to hear what everyone had to say about him, and in Chris Stapleton's tribute or whatever to Vince Gill, that he said, you know, this guy has really poured into me and invited me into songwriter workshops that I didn't deserve to be in the room. And so it was really cool that, you know, that he shared that little piece. I love learning those things about the other artists because we just get to see the stage performances. So it's cool to see a little bit of their character.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I was talking to my wife about it, and I told my wife how he's playing with the Eagles. And she's like, why would he take a step down like that to go from selling out arenas on his own to playing with the Eagles? I'm like, well, first of all, the Eagles are huge. It's not like he's taking a step down. It's just a lateral move. That it's probably something that he wants to do. Mm-hmm. He's probably been a big Eagles fan and just wants to be part of it. But he plays in local bands as well.
Oh, interesting.
When I say local bands, please don't get me wrong. These are studio musicians who are the best of the best, but they just play locally in Nashville. They just, you know, he was playing at the same bar in Nashville for weeks on weeks on weeks for years. He just would just play there every week. So he is not one to have an ego and say he can only do, you know, stadiums or arenas. So he's always one to step in and play wherever and whenever he can. I think he's just a fan of music in general.
Yeah, really cool. Well, also I think that, you know, when you're the main artist, there's a lot of pressure and a lot of stress that comes with that. And so it's probably nice to just show up and play a little guitar, play a little piano.
Well, if he's stressed out, he's good at hiding it because he's effortless for sure.
Yeah. That was something that I think I'd actually like to ask you about.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of like effortless things, and like, you know, sometimes people stand up and they just, the music just comes out and you just sort of like.
So you want to know how I live my life so effortlessly.
Yes, that's exactly what the next example I was going to share was.
Sense, yeah.
But I noticed that Keith Urban, when he came out, he holds his guitar kind of low, but also plays like just effortless. Like he's not actually tripping, but he does like some kind of cool swaggery thing when he comes out where he kind of
like a skip.
Yeah, where he kind of drags his foot, does like a skip. Yeah. And I was like, I don't feel like other people hold their guitar that low. So do you think that that's like a Keith Urban thing? Or is it more common that I'm just not noticing it?
It's more common in the rock world.
To play lower.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, if you look at Slash, that's what his guitar's down by his knees at all times.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely more common in the rock world. In Nashville, people are more worried about being pristine and playing as accurately as possible. And in order to do that, the higher up you hold your guitar, the easier it is to play accurately. And technically, when it's across your chest is where, like, proper guitar players will tell you it needs to be. In Nashville, when you're playing live, probably hold it a little lower over their belly. Maybe rock stars tend to hold it, between their knees and their crotch.
Yeah. I just thought he looked like super cool coming out. And I was like, of course he's got like
that's why.
his t-shirt and his black jeans. I'm like, of course. Like,
but you're right. It's harder to play when it's like that, especially it's like you said, effortless. He's not looking at his hands. He's just walking and playing like, yeah, I got this. I've done this 6,000 times.
I don't know how to explain it, but everyone should go back and watch the replay of it because this guy walks out like he's got his hands in his pocket.
Yeah.
Like he's just like strolling along. I'm going to play this song, but I could just do this all day in my sleep.
It's funny you say it too, because there's one point where he kind of, throws his head backwards like he's, just getting into things. And I was thinking to myself, if I threw my head backwards like that without a guitar, without anything, I would have fallen on my ass. I mean, I would have passed out.
I think he does it also to like fix his hair.
Well,
to get his hair out of his eyes.
Yeah, sure, but
you know what I mean? I think it's another reason. I don't know. I just thought like, wow, you're like the definition of cool right now.
All right, let's move on to the news.
Okay, well, the news is going to start out with our girl, Lainey Wilson. Just the fact that she got 3 awards at the 59th Annual CMA Awards. Entertainer of the Year, Album of the Year for Whirlwind, and Female Vocalist of the Year. Those wins make her the 3rd woman to win Entertainer of the Year twice and the 2nd to win Album of the Year twice. So congratulations, Lainey Wilson.
She's actually the 3rd woman ever to host the show solo.
Okay. I mean, she held her own.
Oh, yeah. She nailed it.
They say, like on American Idol, like you have to command the whole stage. You have to take up all the space. That girl took up all the space plus the empty seats in the stadium or in the arena. Yeah. I mean, she's got a huge personality and she just feels like the epitome of country music. She did a great job.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Miss Ella Langley and Miranda Lambert, they are plotting a big studio move after their hit single. Ella Langley revealed that she and Miranda Lambert are working on something really cool, more than just songs, following their duet, Choosing Texas. I hope you guys saw the performance of Choosing Texas during the CMAs. I am really loving this song, and I want to see it on the charts, so we'll see if it gets there. But the teaser hints at a deeper creative partnership in the studio, and fans are speculating about an album or a tour. So that's got me.
They have been working together. Miranda's got, a couple of production credits on her album. Mm-hmm. Maybe they're putting something together.
Well, they are. They're working on something really cool, Jay.
Something more than songs. I get it. I want to know what it is. Is she wearing shoes? I don't know. Somebody's going to tell me. Inquiring minds.
Inquiring minds. Yep, I want to know. Okay, well, the next thing I'm going to tell you about, Mr. Nate Smith, big fan of him, and Tyler Hubbard have joined forces on After Midnight. That's the name of their song. Already making waves with a strong first week, the duo rolled out a surprise pop-up in downtown Nashville to mark the release. How fun would that have been? Just hanging out and all of a sudden out walks Nate Smith and Tyler Hubbard.
I think it's awesome. I mean, they took a non-traditional approach to recording the song. They kind of made it more of a live approach, and they left the A players behind. So, we'll see.
Okay. Okay.
See how it does.
Okay. Well, we said that Morgan had done some non-traditional recording, right?
Yeah, he likes to record in the dark. It's not that far off the path, but it is not typical. But the fact that they didn't use A players, Tim McGraw did that. He used his live band to go in the studio and record.
I love it. Bring it on. I'm all about a new style, a new way of doing things. And really, I mean, I get it why they use the studio performers or musicians, sorry, studio musicians, but I wish that they would use their stage musicians, like the guys that make them sound good on a nightly basis or a concertly basis, you know?
Well, if we take a look at that for a second, I was talking to Scotty Simpson about that once because he's a studio musician as well as a live player. So is Jeff King.
Okay.
But when I was talking to Scotty Simpson from the Oak Ridge Boys, he was saying when he's playing in the studio, the responsibility for him is to come up with something new, creative, and cool instantly. Where when he's playing live, it's his responsibility to recreate something cool that somebody else had already created.
Okay.
So it takes a different mindset a lot of times to be the studio guy to create something from scratch and to play it flawlessly immediately. Where Jeff King is absolutely insane at that. He can create whatever comes to his head, he can put out instantly and flawlessly.
Yeah.
And that is a special kind of talent. Where then you get the musicians who play live who are not studio guys who cannot typically pull that off. Where Scott and Jeff are the exception. Most of your studio players are not at the same level, or I'm sorry, the live players are not at the same level as the studio players. So they can play fair. And they can play well, but they have to practice and rehearse those songs and then they master them. Where Jeff and Scotty, when they're in the studio, they can just master it immediately.
Yeah. What a cool skill.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel like that's a good eye-opener and a fair explanation of that. So that makes sense to me. Yeah.
That's what we're here for. We're here to shed a little light.
Shed a little light on my quandaries.
Just for you.
Thank you. Well, Mr. Stephen Wilson Jr. shares his priceless advice from Eric Church. The Rising Star opened up about a defining piece of career advice from Eric Church, which was slow down and enjoy it. And I will say he sang Stand By Me, and I feel like he milked that song.
He slowed down, all right.
He slowed down. I think he was enjoying it. But also, like, sometimes I do love when an artist slows down a song and you're just like dying for the next words, right? Like, you know the next words and you're singing along and they are just like, I don't know how else to say it, but they're like effing with you, you know, like you're just like, say it. I know the next word. You're just dying and they just like linger. And then those words come and it's almost more rewarding, I feel like, as a listener to have that happen.
That's funny you got that advice from Eric Church because until you said that, I didn't really make the connection, but the two of them are in the same rough genre of country music. They both kind of have that same edgy vibe to them and stuff. Mm-hmm. They would be good on tour together. Mm-hmm. Did you know not Eric Church, but Stephen Wilson Jr. Junior's important.
Junior.
I'm a junior.
Okay.
Anyways, he was a biologist before he went into country music.
Wow. Our country music artists are talented, y'all.
Who thinks of a country artist as a biologist?
I don't know, but okay. I mean, this guy's got kind of a funky vibe, or the vibe that I caught from the performance. He just gives off like kind of a creepy vibe. I think his PR needs to work on that a little bit, but you can totally see him take that baseball cap off, put a white lab coat on him, and slick his hair down a little bit, and you can see him holding some beakers and test tubes and trying to figure it out.
And then he's working with Kenny. Kenny, sir, good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Good point. Good to see you, Kenny. Okay, well, let's talk about Riley Green. Riley Green is heating up the stage with the Worst Way performance, which we did talk about. They delivered a memorable live take of the #1 single, Worst Way, the CMA Awards. The song made history as one of only a few solo written #1s in country in recent years.
It
was a
impressive.
great performance.
I feel like these days every single song out there has got like 60 different co-writers on it. You know, the DoorDash guy who dropped off the food gets a credit on the song because he was providing food during that moment. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. I mean, I can understand you get a partner. Like, I always found one partner and then stuck with them.
Yeah.
In my early days, I wrote with this guy named Brett Gordon. Very, very talented guy. And then when I made my way to Nashville, I wrote with Jim Cristaldi, the producer that I worked with, who's, like I said, the most underrated guitar player ever. This guy's absolutely amazing. But he wrote with thousands of people, but I didn't. I just choose one. It's like, why?
Yeah.
You get something going. But I get it. You get creativity and different ideas from different people. Mm-hmm. That's why I tell my wife, I need to go out and be creative. No? Okay.
You don't have to go hide and cheat. You can just, just openly be creative.
Sorry, babe. I got to go be creative tonight. Moving on. Just a joke, babe. Just a joke.
Moving on to Vince Gill, he was visibly moved while accepting his CMA Lifetime Achievement Award, the Willie Nelson, Lifetime Achievement Award. His emotional tribute struck a chord, and his peers, including George Strait, Brady Carlisle, joined in the tribute at the show. I thought it was funny that somebody said, it might have been him, but that it wasn't lost on him that Brady Carlisle was the one who had done some of his songs, because Vince Gill does tend to sing a little bit of a higher register. So
he really
that was kind of funny.
I think that's one of the reasons why he's never been one of my favorites. I like him more as a guitar player than a vocalist. Mm-hmm. I have an album or two of his, but he's never been my favorite. I like more of that baritone range.
Yeah. So you can sing along?
I can't sing along to anything. You think I fall in the baritone range?
Maybe.
I'll take it.
Well, the next group that I want to tell you about is the Red Clay Strays. They got their vocal group win and hint at changing direction. I don't want them to change direction. But they said that they'll eventually make some actual country music too. So the Alabama-based band blends Southern rock, soul, and blues, and now they're leaning further towards traditional country.
It's funny you say that, because they were quoted once as saying they don't see themselves as a country band.
I wonder if they're tasting success and they're being well received, and they're like, well, crap, that's where we need to lean in. Maybe that's where they're finally getting the recognition they've been seeking.
I think also, I produced a record for a guy named Matty McCree out of South Carolina. Probably my favorite record I ever produced, one of my favorite artists I ever worked with. And he didn't think of himself as country either. He thought of himself as rock. Mm-hmm. But I think just being from that part of the country, even when you're playing rock music, you know, it comes across as Southern rock and has a country flair. I can't imagine somebody coming out of Alabama and playing anything close to country music and having it not sound like country music.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess time will tell.
Or the Arctic Monkeys. Either way.
Time will tell. The verdict is out. We'll be watching
You're
them.
from Alabama. You should be sounding like a Southern rock band, but yet somehow you sound like a pop rock band out of London. Whatever. Yeah.
Well, some people that were not at the CMAs, there's a whole hubbub about these 9 shocking absences at the CMAs, and I actually wrote them down.
Uh-oh.
Let me tell you who they were. The fingers are being pointed at Morgan Wallen, Jelly Roll, Post Malone, Blake Shelton, Reba McEntire, Jason Aldean, Carrie Underwood, Kane Brown, and Luke Bryan. Now,
Luke who?
Brian.
You just can't say it fast.
I can't say it fast. Some people, like Reba filming Happy Place and the award.
At least that's a legitimate reason.
Yes, some people did. Jason Aldean and his wife Brittany were in Miami on a date night.
Not a legitimate reason.
What?
I mean, if they're on vacation for like a period of time. And if they're just there for a night for a date, I know.
Right. I'm not sure the exact circumstances.
Call them and ask. Jason, do me a favor. jfranzi.com. Join us. Let us know.
Let us know.
We
What
know
were
you're
you and
listening.
Brittany doing? We will tell you if it was legitimate that you
we'll
missed.
tell you if you have a good enough excuse.
We will judge you. Okay. Anyway, there's a whole commotion about these people missing. There was a comment that Brittany made, though. So they were talking about the CMA Awards, and on Brittany's Instagram, she commented, "Not much love from that one," with raised eyebrows. So, not sure, but they opted for a quieter evening rather than walking the red carpet at Nashville's Bridgestone Arena. So, they were in Miami, not on a red carpet. I would prefer sand under my toes.
You just saying that just reminded me. It's funny, the Nashville red carpet, the CMAs, it's on Demumbrian, which is between Bridgestone and Convention
Music City Center, right?
Music City Center.
Yeah.
But what happens is people don't realize the limousines drive around the Bridgestone, pick up another artist, drive them down the red carpet, come around, pick up another artist, drive them. You got probably 10 limousines that just do this all night long while they're dropping these people off. So if you look close, you'll see the same drivers, same cars coming down.
I was going to say, yeah.
But I took Tim and Faith down the red carpet. And I was in a Suburban, blacked out windows. Nobody could see anything. But
Yeah.
when we rounded the corner, photographers were taking pictures of the car, which apparently lit up so you could see through the windows and people could see who was in the car.
Sure.
And as soon as that happened, then the crowd, because there was a set of bleachers along Demumbrian on the Music City side, the crowd went nuts. And they were screaming so loud that the car was shaking. And I get out to help them out and down the carpet, and it felt like I was with the Beatles. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. It was absolutely amazing. I know you say he's not relevant anymore, but this was absolutely amazing for sure.
Did you try to sign autographs, Jay? Did you think that they were screaming
They
for
were
you?
screaming for me, but the fact that Tim and Faith were there, I'm glad they get to experience what that kind of feeling is like to be around me.
It was nice of you.
Yeah,
No.
I get it. I do what I can. I share the love.
Them on your coattails.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah, of course.
Well, if you guys did not see the CMAs, I would encourage you to go onto Hulu and watch them. Again, it was hosted by Lainey Wilson, and the fans got the vantage point which songs and artists would appear live on the broadcast and streaming platforms. We had Shabuzi walking through like a forest or whatever. We had Kelsey Ballerini singing in the rain. Yeah, there was all kinds of stuff that was going on that was really cool, really interesting. I think it was Chris Stapleton's one of his performances where the music was on the sides of him and he was walking down the center. Like there was a lot of cool switch ups. So, and then 8 outfits from Lainey Wilson. Like what? While we're on the 8 outfits, I really hated her camo dress with the long green gloves. Like, come on. I know she's all country. I get it, but
Oh man, you just
didn't like it.
had to
It
end
was
it on
not
that
my
note.
favorite look for her.
Had to end it there.
I know. Sorry. Hate mail. Go
All
ahead.
right. Before we move on,
take it.
I just have to point out that your mother says yes. Yes. They do all love me. Thank you, Miss Kathy. See, that's
Mom's
what I'm
got some
talking
love
about.
for Jay.
All right, moving on. Question of the day. Can you ruin a band name by changing just one letter or adding one letter? Can you ruin a
Roxanne,
band
I
name
love you for giving this.
by changing or adding one letter? Thank you, Roxanne. All right, here we go. Let the fun begin. Wait, one more coming from your mother.
Oh,
She loved the camo dress.
no. It could have been just the green gloves. I'm not sure if it was just the gloves, but I don't know. It's something like you want to feel that award in your hands. You know, you work so hard for it.
It's not like she didn't have 50 other awards.
That's true.
All right. Do you want me to tell you the name of the band and what letters were changed? Or do you want me to just tell you the changed name?
No, I think we got to do the original and then what we're changing it into.
All right. Sarah with an H says Coldplay.
Okay.
Mold play.
Mold play.
I think that starts us off pretty strong, and you
I
can
think
see
so,
where we're
too.
headed tonight.
Way to go, Sarah.
Jenna says Aerosmith.
Ooh, I want to hear this one because this was the first one I tried to work on.
You tried to work on one. She changed the O in Aerosmith to an A, and you have Aerosmith. Not quite the same ring.
No.
Kyle says Fleetwood Mac. No, we have Fleetwood Map. Teresa says U2, U3. Still cool, but a little less cool.
I like that one.
Megan didn't quite follow the rules, or maybe she did, but she changed 2 of the letters.
Okay.
Same letters, but she changed.
Okay.
Rascal Flats changed to Rascal Fluffs. That's about right. Sorry, Jodon. You know you're my favorite. Jordan says Bon Jovi to Bon Jovi. Okay, Tina, watch yourself here. She says Journey to Journeys. Sounds like a mall shoe store. Oh, wait. It is a mall shoe store.
It seems like that one stings a little, Jay.
Yeah, that's all right. It's not my favorite band anymore. Dustin says the Eagles, the Bagels. I like bagels. Holly, thank you for joining us, Holly. Love to have you here. She says Guns N' Roses, Buns N' Roses.
Yeah. We've all seen it on the calendar.
Barry, REM, RAM. Says gives that computer error energy.
That's funny. That's exactly where I went in my head with it.
Heather says the who? The what? Alyssa says Foo Fighters, Food Fighters. Paige says Maroon 5. No, Maroon 6. There's a replacement member that nobody knows about. All right. Scott says Pearl Jam. No, Pearl Ham. Lisa says Toto. Tofu.
I think that's changing 2 letters.
Oh, she says T-O-T-O. T-O-F-U. Oh, it is changing 2 letters. She's changing the F and the U. F-U. That's what she said. Lucas says the
No
Killers.
longer F-U.
No, the Billers. Debbie says Lady A. No, it's Lady O. Bradley says Nickelback. No, Nickelbag. Now that's all sorts of wrong. Fiona says Heart. No, it's Heat. Mason, ZZ Top, ZZ Tap.
ZZ Tap.
Olivia, the Rolling Stones, the Rolling Scones. Trevor, Hootie and the Blowfish, Hootie and the Blowfist.
Okay.
A little scared. Dennis says Paramore, Paracore.
Okay.
Audrey says Kings of Leon, Kings of Lean.
Okay.
Audrey, come on, go back to the drawing board. Noah says Blink 182, Bling 182. Victoria says The Doors. No, it's The Dooms. Sean says Rush. No, it's Mush.
Oh my gosh, did you get tickets? Are you going to go see Mush?
Nice. Big Mike, not just Mike. Big Mike.
Big
says
Mike.
Slipknot. No, it's Slipsnot. Cody says Blink 182. No, it's Sync 182.
Sounds like a hater.
Andrew says Pantera. No, it's Poontera.
Ooh.
It's a whole different band. It's the female version.
I'll say.
Shelly says Alabama Shakes. No, it's Alabama Snakes.
Ooh.
Dave Jackson, say his full name because he's a previous guest of the show, says it's not kiss, it's piss.
I liked that one.
Oh, Liz May. I said her last name because, well, I wasn't paying attention. She says 4-ton blondes.
I love that. Instead of 4 non-blondes for anybody who didn't connect the dots.
Sarah, it's not Metallica, it's metallic. Jay says it's not the Beatles, it's the Beagles.
And I like on that one, there was a picture of 4 dogs in the Beatles, the album where they have the like band uniforms on and they're in primary colors.
Yeah.
Funny.
Daniel says it's not Art Garfunkel, it's Fart Garfunkel. Danny says it's not Fleetwood Mac, it's Fleetwood Mad. You know what? That's probably the better name because they were mad an awful lot.
They were mad a lot. Hey, some great music came out of it.
Holly, my friend, glad you're here. You said yes, but you didn't change it. So we need you to change it if you're going to participate, Holly. You know, you're one of my favorites, but you got to follow the rules. Mark Bottolato, previous guest of the show, he says it's not Megadeth, it's Megameth. All right. And the last one on our list, Maya Project Music.
Huh.
It's not Tool, it's Stool. It's kind of a shit to end on.
Pun intended.
Pun intended. Oh, mercy me. All right, that was good. That was fun. I enjoyed it.
Wait, did you come up with any?
Did I come up with any?
Yeah.
No, you know what? I didn't. I didn't even think
Okay,
about
well, let me share 2 for us.
it. Oh, you know what? Okay, go ahead. Share your 2. Share one from me.
Okay. Well, this one I'm going to share for you because this feels appropriate. So instead of bad company, you add an L and you get bald company.
Do you mean bald?
Bald.
Bald?
As in no hair.
As in bald.
As in bald.
Why do you keep saying bold?
Bald.
Dear God. Woman, we're talking about that accent.
Tiffany, you're fired.
Bald. I guess I can't say it.
All right. Yep. Thanks. Thanks for thinking of me. All right. What's the other one?
Okay, the other one is for the Go-Go's. Now, on one you
The
said they
ho-hos.
changed. That's what I was going to change it to, was the ho-hos. And then I thought, well, it could be the go-hos if you literally only change one letter.
You changed one letter, the G.
I know, but if you only changed one of the G's, it could be the go-hos.
The go-ho. Go back to the lot. All right. Before we get in too much trouble, let's move on to the countdown.
The country charts, starting at number 10.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We actually have Blake Shelton debuting with a new song, Stay Country or Die Trying.
I like it.
Okay. We have Megan Maroney coming in at number 9 with 6 Months Later. And I knew the lyrics, but they finally stuck. Okay. Like, you know, I'm all about the words, right? And I think it's funny that it says, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger and blonder and hotter. And then it says, but we'll call you 6 months later. Anyway, funny songs, funny lyrics. I am enjoying it. Spot number 8. Ready for spot number 8, Jay?
I'm ready for spot number 8.
Okay.
Let me count it down for you. 3, 2, 1.
Well, it's Tucker Wetmore with 3, 2, 1. Spot number 7, Parker McCollum, What Kind of Man? I do like that song. Okay. Well, Riley Green is Holding Steady with Don't Mind If I Do with the beautiful Ella Langley.
That I like.
That we like. Spot number 5 with Harmony, the song Cowgirl. I like that song.
Yeah.
No? Yeah?
It's not my favorite.
Okay, fair enough. Spot number 4 is Mr. Luke Combs, Back in the Saddle.
Now that one I like.
Love it. Love it.
I like me some comeback song.
Yeah, love it. Spot number 3 is Lainey Wilson, Somewhere.
Yeah, she
Over.
is. She's someplace.
Laredo. Chase Matthews with Darlin'.
Chase Matthew, he's singular.
Chase Matthew, that's what I said.
That was the accent.
Yeah, it was the accent. With Darlin'. Spot number 2, Holding Steady. And spot number 1 is my beloved song by Jackson Dean, Heavens to Betsy.
I like that one. I'll give him a little bit of applause for that.
It's just a little bit. Just a little teaser.
I know you don't like it. You want it to be singular. However,
Yeah.
it's plural.
Yeah, well, yeah. Heavens to Betsy.
All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to the mailbag.
What are the crew members saying?
Crew members are saying a lot.
Okay. Yikes.
All right, let's start off with Riley from Chattanooga.
Love me some Chattanooga.
Chattanooga. Do you think major labels are signing too many TikTok artists who actually can't perform live? Is this hurting the long-term health of country music?
How long is a traditional agreement with a large record label?
Like anything else, it depends. You could have a 1-record deal to see how it's going to go. You could have a 3-record deal, or you could have a 5-record deal. Or these days, who knows?
So I ask that because I'm thinking of how I said they're on the charts a long time, and you said this is a very short time to be on the charts. And so it's kind of comparing yesteryear or, how it was to how it is nowadays. And I think that there's probably some validity in that question about TikTokers and not being able to perform. But also, aren't there just studio artists? I mean, not everybody goes on tour, do they?
There are artists who prefer to be studio artists, but they typically aren't the ones making a lot of money.
Okay.
Because artists these days make their money from touring.
Okay.
Touring and the sale of merchandise. And even then, there's so many people taking a cut of things these days. Even the venue is taking a cut of your merchandise these days, which is insane. So, yeah, there's so many hands on the pie right now because nobody knows how to make money with the industry anymore because you're no longer selling a physical product. Record labels are big on 360 deals, which means they take a piece of everything that you do because there's no physical product for them to produce anymore. And then they have to rely on
What
you
does the
touring
number
as well.
360 represent?
That they're taking a piece of everything. So instead of just taking a piece of your mechanical royalties, which is the royalties on the physical product of your CD, they are now taking a piece of your tour, a piece of your merch, a piece of everything that you do. It's common, but remember, they are the bank. They are the ones paying for all the stuff that you're doing.
Right.
They do deserve a piece. The question is, how big of a piece, and are they taking so much that the artist can't survive?
Yeah.
So there has to be that balance in my mind. But do I think that TikTok artists are going to keep flooding the market? Yes, because I think anybody who has any sort of popularity will flood the market. However, let's talk about talented artists. You mentioned Chase Matthew. Chase Matthew, to me, is a talented artist, but he hasn't reached that line yet. Like we talk about Lainey Wilson as being, still a fairly new artist, but a standout artist. Like there's no doubt she is going to be every bit as relevant as Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, or those artists that you remember from the 90s. She will be remembered in another decade or two.
Well, when Garth Brooks gave her award, he said, I have no doubt that your career will be as long as you want it to be.
Yeah.
He was like, the fans will back you. So, the sky's the limit for you.
But right now, Chase Matthew hasn't reached that point.
Yeah.
If he left the industry right now, in a decade or two, nobody's going to remember who he was.
Yeah.
There's plenty of artists like that throughout the years, like Steve Holy. I went on the road with Steve Holy with Matt McClure. Matt McClure was their live sound engineer, and I went out and supported Matt. And Steve Holy had a number one hit, Good Morning Beautiful. And
love that song.
Nobody knows who Steve Holy is now. You know the song, but you don't know who Steve Holy is because he never reached that point. He never crossed that line.
Yeah.
At some point, these artists have to cross the line to be remembered. That's the problem that Von Ray had. Von Ray being one of the best rock bands I've ever seen, they went on the road with Nickelback and Creed and Sister Hazel and all these bands from the 90s that everybody remembers, but Von Ray never crossed the line. If they had one more single, they would have crossed the line. Because Creed and Nickelback, they're all going on tour now, and they're just as popular now as they were back in the day. Von Ray, I think they would be popular, but they're just not going to sell out arenas like Creed and Nickelback do. So I think that's the problem we're having.
Nickelbag or Nickelback?
Either way, dime bag. All right, Hannah with an H. What's the biggest factor holding indie artists back right now? Is it lack of radio play, lack of funding, or just the streaming algorithms? Well, if we're talking about true indie artists, it's money. That's what the record labels are. They are a bank. They fund things. They have connections. They're a bank with connections. So if you don't have those connections and you don't have the money, you'll never make it as far as a major label artist. But if you have money and you have connections, you have the ability to do it yourself. So I think if you're going to talk about truly what's holding an indie artist back, it's money. All right, next, Jamie. Love the way the show flows lately. It feels tighter, sharper, and honestly, it's a little bit more fun than national shows.
Aw.
Jamie?
All right.
I will take that.
Thank you.
Leila? Leila?
Layla.
Layla or Leila?
Layla.
Layla. Let's go with Layla. Tiffany. I hate the ones that start off with Tiffany. There's so many that start off with Tiffany. It's like, could you think of a different way to start something off? Tiffany, whatever you're doing with your on-air energy lately, woo! It's giving seasoned host flair and chaos in the best way. I love it. I don't even know what that means.
Well, there has been definitely chaos.
Don't know what it means. Wes, how much does chart position really matter anymore? Are artists still chasing Billboard the way they used to, or is it just the hype? Is that hype fading? I would say I don't think chart position really matters anymore. I think that's a controversial stance, but I don't think it really does matter anymore. I think it matters if you want to get paid. If you are a songwriter...
What puts them on the chart?
The money that gets behind an artist, like a record label promoting their artist, I think that has a lot to do with it. You have the ones that make it naturally, but it's fewer and further between.
So do you think that the better unit of measurement is streaming?
You know what? Oh, man, I would hate to say it, but yeah, I mean, but even that can be faked. That can be faked very easily. You can buy streams. Record labels are buying streams. I mean, it's ridiculous. When these people are hitting millions of streams, a lot of that is bull. So, you know, I hate to say that too, but it is. It's bull. So it's kind of unfortunate. But that's okay.
Okay, so wait, what was the original comment?
How much does chart position really matter?
So not that much.
Are artists chasing Billboard the way they used to? Or is the hype fading?
I think the hype is fading. I think it's a nice bragging rate. You know, it's like fun to post somewhere.
I think it's great to have number one plaques and number one parties and all that stuff if you're hitting number one.
Yep.
But if we take it away from the artist and go back to the songwriter, it means a lot. Because that songwriter can say they had a number one hit. And if that songwriter is getting a number one hit, then other artists want that songwriter to write for them. Not to mention that that songwriter is getting a payday. Now, that payday may not be what it used to be.
So maybe the artists are not pursuing the charts, but maybe the songwriters are pursuing the charts.
Yeah,
I mean,
the charts definitely still matter to the songwriter.
yeah.
All right. Zane, Big Country. Zane, Big Country. He's got a last name too, but I'm not going to read it.
He's got himself a Ford 350.
350. Nice. Super Duty. Jay, your questions sound like they come from someone who's been in the trenches.
Oh.
It makes the artist open up in a way you don't hear anywhere else.
I would agree with that. I think you have a good way of building trust. And when the artist trusts you, they're more willing to drop their guard and be a little bit more authentic. So I would agree with that.
He mentions McBride and the Ride. McBride and the Ride had a couple stories that were released during that episode that you will not hear anywhere else. Running around naked through a hotel or talking about having a small penis.
Oh, yeah.
So, two things that you probably wouldn't find anywhere else. I will take that as a compliment. Thank you, Big Country. Big Country used to be a MMA fighter.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Don't know if it's that Big Country. If it is, I'll be thrilled. Hey, Big Country, go ahead and throw that in the comments.
Let us know.
Aaron, Tiffany. I mean, it starts off, we can't even just throw that a little later in the comments.
They want to know. They know. They're like, I'm going to get her attention.
Aaron says, Tiffany deserves her own segment called Tiff's Truth Bombs. Now, we know that's not going to happen because Tiffany doesn't like Tiff. But Tiffany deserves her own segment called Tiff's Truth Bombs. Okay. Tell us some truth bombs, girl. I'll tell you, hey.
I'm one of those people, if my mouth doesn't say it, my face will. So sometimes I got to just let the truth out.
DJ Longhaul. DJ
Trucker.
Longhaul. You think so?
Or he's
Packing. It says haul. Long haul.
long haul.
What's your take on genre blending? Is country becoming more open-minded or is it losing its core sound? I would say it's losing its core sound. I'm more of a purist. If I want to hear pop music, I'll turn on a pop station. If I want to hear, R&B or hip hop, I'll turn on those. I don't know, but at the same time, it's hard because I like some of those songs.
Mm-hmm.
I just have a hard time calling them really country anymore.
I also think, though, like with Lainey Wilson, Zach Top, they're bringing country back.
I don't know if that was necessary.
That's not country. But it does feel like that. It does feel like that, I don't know, country roots. Yeah. Like they're more strong with those artists.
Yeah, I mean, I know all music evolves.
Mm-hmm.
But if all music, starts collaborating and morphing into each other, then we're going to just end up with one style of music.
Yeah.
I prefer keeping the genres split. I like country music being country music.
I want people to collab still, but if you're going to be a pop artist and collab with a country artist, you're the feature, then it should sound country. If you're the pop artist and it's a country artist being featured, then it should probably sound like pop. Like I want the main artist to stay in their lane, and then the feature person can just kind of, have a spotlight in the pop song or a spotlight in the country song. But I would agree with you.
What about when you get an artist like Chase Matthew who does the country club music and there's no featured artist? It's just Chase with, club beat behind it.
Then I'm with you. I want it to sound more country.
I don't mind inspiration or, like when Jason Aldean adds a little flair to a song. But I don't want the song to be 100% that flair. Otherwise it's no longer flair. You just recorded a pop song.
Well, it's funny. My mother-in-law is visiting and made a good point about country music. Well, yeah, about country music. And she was saying how she really appreciates, the 90s artists. And she was like, when they sing, you can really tell who it is. And she said, with all the synth and everything that goes into some of these songs, you know, you don't hear real instruments and the voices are starting to sound similar to each other. And I was like, okay, I think there's some validity in that statement.
Yes. I've always said when people ask me, you know, what my favorite music is, even my daughter was asking me that the other day. My daughter Bella, my 15-year-old eldest daughter, was asking me what my favorite style of music was. And I always say rock or hard rock and country. Those are my favorites, rock and country. But I think it's traditional instruments. Like even when you do folk music or you do bluegrass music, as long as it's traditional instruments, I can get behind it. It's when you start using a bunch of non-traditional instruments or samples or things like that where you kind of lose my interest. You're no longer my favorite. Let's put it that way. All right. I'm highlighting a few here that I think are good for us to end off with. Let's see. I've got 3 more.
Okay.
All right. Let's start with, and we must be popular with truckers. You think that's a thing? Highway Harper.
You know what? They are on the road a long time and they need something other than the radio to keep them. They need 2 cool cats
Highway
who
Harper,
can really
do me a favor. I want you to honk that horn right now. As you pass through town, honk it 3 times. I want to know you're here. All right. Highway Harper says, J-Man, when you're passionate about an artist that you believe in, that's when the show takes on a whole new gear. More of that, please. When there's an artist worth talking about, we want to talk about him for sure. Mm-hmm. All right. Liana.
Elena?
Lisa? Laura?
Marie.
There you go. Marie says, no. Liana? I don't know. I feel
Liana?
bad. Liana? Let's go with Liana.
Okay.
Liana. And if we're wrong, please put it in the comments. We don't mean to butcher it. We truly do want to treat you with respect. We just don't know how to do that. For multiple reasons, we don't know how to treat you with respect.
It's mostly Jay.
The fact
like
that
how they say, like, it's me, it's not you.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's definitely me. Liana says, with so many artists recording remotely, do you think that the Nashville studio magic is starting to disappear? Or is it just evolving? Ooh, Liana, you hit a big one there. Unfortunately,
I would say not yet.
I think it is disappearing. This has been something going on, let's say for a while now, let's say the past 20 years. It's been getting more and more where record labels and artists don't want to pay the big studio prices anymore. So what they've been doing is they go in the studio to record their basic tracks, which means that they go in the studio with the 8 musicians, they play the basics of the song, and then the producers have been taking those recordings back to their home and doing the overdubs, whether that be the guitar solos or utility players, a fiddle or a mandolin, and then they do the vocals and the background vocals. So they do that because of how easy it is these days with Pro Tools systems being so readily available that these people can now go home and record. So that's been going on for quite a while. But now it's taking that step even further and further with people programming music, with AI being able to play music. People can now take a non-treated environment and create a very good sounding product. So, yes, you're losing the magic of those 8 players in the room playing the basic tracks of those songs. And even when the producers were taking those 8 players from the studio and taking them home, you're losing the magic of the singer and the background vocals and the fiddle player all being in the big studio with those players and spending time recording a song together as a team. You turned it into more of an individual layering sport versus a team effort. So, do I think it's losing its magic? Unfortunately, no, I really do think it is. Sorry.
Yeah. And with like how we've been talking about how AI, making tracks that way. Shoot, I was going to make another point.
It hurts sometimes. I think, unfortunately, especially in Nashville, with all the big studios closing, we're going to get less and less and less of that as time goes on.
That was my other point. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Yes, that Music Row has changed so much. Yeah, so I think the landscape, the actual physical landscape is starting to change as well.
All right. I said I would give you one more, and then I saw that it starts with the word Tiffany.
Oh, gosh.
So I moved on to see if I could find another one.
You dog.
And I found another one that starts with the word Tiffany. So we can either do two more, or I can tell you the two names and you can choose which one.
We can do one. Tell me the two names and I'll choose.
Ooh.
Well, for sake of, listener entertainment.
Tina or the real Maggie May.
Wow, how fun is it to say the real Maggie May?
All right, is that
Well,
who
the
you're
real
going with?
Maggie May, please stand up. Please stand up.
All right. Tiffany, you keep the show grounded. You add the heart and the perspective that we didn't know we needed.
Aw. Well, you're very welcome, Maggie May.
Oh. And Tina says, Tiffany, can't bring up her name and not read her comment. Tiffany, thank you for being the voice of the listener. I swear you're asking the questions that I'm thinking.
Oh, good. Good. Happy to do so.
There you go.
Sometimes it's intimidating, honestly, because Jay, you're like so experienced and know all the right terminology and, you've been there, done that, and have all this experience. And I'm just like, I like music.
What is going on with you this week, my friend?
Well, I finally got to go see Stephen Quinn. You guys have heard me talk about him and brag about him, and I finally got to go. I almost got to go on Friday night, and then that ended up falling through. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to stick to my original plan. I'm going to go on Sunday, but I thought my daughter had a flag football game, and she did not. So she actually came with me, and we got to go check out Stephen Quinn and listen, and she was ecstatic because he played some Morgan Wallen cover tunes. So she was, over the moon excited.
No,
and then it was really
I got a
fun.
question.
Okay.
Does she realize that her night out was really going to be parent neglect?
Well, it wouldn't have been full parent neglect. She
Only
plays
half.
2 games.
Yes.
She plays 2 games. I would have seen one full game and watched half of the other.
Yeah.
So at that point, my parental duties have been fulfilled, and I would be leaving her with her father. So
Okay.
0 guilt, and I would have went on my merry
fair
way.
enough.
But this was more fun to have her come with. And, I've played some of his music for her. So it was fun to have her hear him play it live. And then her friend, who has taken vocal lessons for years, and she looked at me and she's like, he can really sing. And I was like, right? He sounds so good. So it was fun that, she has some vocal knowledge and could vouch what I think sounds good actually is good.
Nice.
And he just has a ton of personality. So he was having a good time. His family was there. Friends were there. And of course, myself. So we had a good time.
Of course.
Of course, because we all know as Chris Kizia sings, turn the night on. I'm turning the night on. So
Just got to rub its hair. A little stroke.
And then tonight, my little baby granddaughter, I can't even believe that I am a grandmother, but I am. And she turned 1.
What, 85
So we
now?
got to, yep, about 85. And I got to, we got to celebrate her and watch her dig into the cake for the first time. Nothing's better when the baby realizes,
Was
like,
it a
wait a
smash
minute.
cake?
Yes, smash cake. And they realize that they can devour the whole cake. So she started, petite, where they just lick a little bit of frosting, and then she just went in for it 3 or 4 times for just mouthfuls. So that was really awesome. So very good week here. And actually, Stephen Quinn is going to be performing again on Sunday before he heads back up to Nashville. So I think I'm going to try to catch him one more time.
Not bad.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Did you end up going to Laurie's Roadhouse?
Laurie's Roadhouse. Lori.
Lori.
Lori apostrophe S. Laurie. Laurie's Roadhouse. Yes, I went to Laurie's Roadhouse. I took my daughter Bella,
Nice.
which is
Somebody finally went with
a
you.
good time for me. And it's always funny for me to take this one was 15, but I took my 11-year-old to see Johnny James to a bar.
Yeah.
I'm parent of the year for sure. We were walking in, Bella goes, "Do I get to drink beer tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care." Your
Now,
mother's
do you
not here."
ever get dirty looks like, "Sir, you are way too old to be dating this young girl"?
Well, I thought you were going to say dirty looks for taking a minor into a bar. Bella looks like she's old enough to be in a bar.
Right.
She doesn't look like she's old enough to be dating me. So,
Well, sometimes they don't look old enough to date the men that they're dating,
yeah.
but they're still dating them. And I just remember my dad used to get just dirty looks. Like he'd be like, "Can I take you out for lunch?" We'd go to lunch. I'm having lunch with my dad. And the people would just give him just nasty looks like, "You should not be dating her."
I like to think that people realize that it's my daughter, but no, I don't even want to think about it. No, it's my daughter. No, I don't get dirty looks at all. People all know that. I mean, it helps that I make her wear a hat that says daughter on it, but
Yeah. This is my daughter.
on the back it says I'm still 12. Don't look here, I'm 12.
The other day, somebody asked Hannah how old she was, and the person was like, "Oh, I would have guessed you like literally 5 years older than what she actually is." And I was like, "That's a problem."
That's when you say stop. You know what? You shouldn't be thinking about it.
Right.
All right, but yes,
Let's not worry about how old she is.
I took my daughter Bella to see Corey Hooker in the Cadillac Preachers.
Okay. Great name. Sure, she loved that.
It is a good name, and she did enjoy it. It was fun.
How did you rope her into coming to see them? Because if I would have told Hannah that name, she'd been like, "No."
Well, I think it was more of, I said, "Hey, I'm going to go to Laurie's Roadhouse tonight. I'd like to take you. You want to check it out?" I took her, and she actually had dog training. This was a Friday night, so she had dog training. I had to wait for her to come home for the dog training. So we got there, and we ordered some dinner, and there was a single, an artist playing a solo gig with just an acoustic guitar. We didn't know if that was Corey or not, because at this time, we did not know who Corey Hooker was.
Uh-huh.
Now, the name says, "and the Cadillac Preachers," so I assumed it was a full band. So when my daughter and I were talking, I'm like, I hope it wasn't just a solo gig tonight. I was kind of excited to see the band. But the solo artist was really good. I don't know who it was. I need to find out. But we watched that. We watched like the remaining 3 songs, and then Corey and the band came on, and we got to see the full band play. It was very good, and his wife was selling merch, and it was handmade merch. So, I mean, it really a hands-on team for sure. It reminded me...
What does that mean? Like a T-shirt that his wife pressed the transfers, or what?
Yeah, I don't know. Like
She painted them? I mean, how was it handmade?
I mean, stitch stuff. I mean, she did...
Okay.
I mean, she did it all. I mean, it looked really, really impressive, but it had a homemade feel to it. It was really, really nice, really cool.
Cool.
So, and she was a very nice person too. But we sat there, we watched the show. It was very good. Like I said, I've never seen them before. This was something that I just went there thinking, hey, this sounds like it could be a cool night.
Yeah.
So we went, we enjoyed it. I reached out to him after the fact, told him I enjoyed it, and we started talking, and I asked him to come on the show. So
yeah, cool.
He is going to be coming on the show.
Fun.
We will get to talk to him. I think it's tomorrow night, or was it Thursday? I think it was Thursday. We were going to do Thanksgiving night.
No.
So
no. Our families would not be happy with us.
My family's never happy with me. But anyways, yes, Corey Hooker and the Cadillac Preachers, they were a very good band. It was very fun, and like I said, he has agreed to come on the show.
Awesome.
Looking forward to that. All right, let's crash it.
Let's crash it.
All right, folks, we have
Mayday.
reached the top of the hour. We've actually reached the top of hour number 2, which does mean we have reached the end of the show. If you've enjoyed this show, please tell a friend. I know we say it a lot, but if you've enjoyed the show, please tell a friend. Miss Tiffany, if you have not,
tell 2.
Tell 2. You can reach out to the 2 of us over at jfrenzy.com. We will be happy to keep this conversation going. Actually, we'd probably like to talk about something else. Reach out to us over there. We'll talk to you about something else too. Either way, whatever works for you. You can also find our socials and anything else you want to know about us over there, over at jfrancie.com. Miss Tiffany, my friend, do you have any final words for us tonight?
Yes, it's been another great episode in the books. We appreciate you tuning in and being part of the crew. We are very thankful for our crew members as we approach Thanksgiving. I hope you guys all have an awesome Thanksgiving, an awesome week, and we'll see you next week.
On that note, folks, have a good night.
Thanks for listening to The Jay Francie Show. Make sure you visit us at jfrancie.com. Follow, connect, and say hello. This episode has been brought to you by VR Knives, your source for 100% custom knives made by a true rock star. So, if you're in the market for a new piece of art, reach out to VR Knives. 407-421-5528. 407-421-5528.